Hi everybody, this is Dr. Jones and I just wanted to make you a quick video and welcome you to AEP 800. This is the VE section and that's what VE means. It's simply just a section. There's probably several other sections going on at once. So I just wanted to welcome you to this class and just make an introduction video and tell you just a little bit about this course. One of the things I went ahead and really stressed in that email at the end was if you're not a teacher, not to be freaked out. I have no problem adjusting or allowing you to adjust the assignments to fit your sector. And so I would welcome that you would ask those questions and let me know how we can best fit the curriculum to fit you. So it is taking advantage of the learning and putting into context for you and not forcing you into a context that doesn't really apply to you. The other thing I wanted to tell you is, I've told you this multiple times now, but again, I want to stress that this is an 8-week course, but because spring break was really a week early, it looks like it's 9 weeks on the academic calendar. So we will end at 8 weeks to keep this within the 8-week segment. So that means this course will end on Friday, May 10th. It's about 2 assignments per week. We don't do just assignments. We do discussion boards, projects, or what I call assignments, very hands-on based, very individually based on what you need, the content in which you teach in, the grade level that you teach in, so you can really adapt this and use this time to play and experiment with the curriculum. And then we also do peer reviews, which I call Oreo cookies, and it's giving that good, solid peer feedback. I believe in getting into other people's assignments and seeing what they've done. You not only learn from them, but then you have a context to tell them, hey, have you considered this? Or maybe here's one way to improve, or this looks like this to me as a bystander. This is maybe what your students would see, and this is how you could potentially make it better. So I really like those Oreo cookie feedback segments. So those are really important. I will tell you the top 2 reasons people are probably going to lose any points in this class, and it's usually not the content. It's generally that you're not communicating with peers. And one of the things we know about successful online learning is actually learning from other people in that kind of constructivist mode, which is interacting and looking at their work and they're looking at your work, and you're learning through conversation and through assignments. So peer feedback is huge. So make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're engaging and getting involved with each of the assignments. And then there's actually peer reviews that have built into the assignments. They're actually formal assignments that are peer reviews. So get in and be engaged. And another piece that's really important is about 3 or 4 assignments over the 20 modules. Now remember, some of those modules are peer review, so it's not 20 different assignments. But through those assignments, I ask you to actually do a formal Google Doc and post a formal Google Doc in our Google community. And what's really important is that you realize that you need to use APA formatting. And I've given you 2 different tools. One of them is the Purdue OWL website, and they have a really nice sample. And then I've also given you my own formatted APA document, and you can actually use that as a guide. And there's a little bulleted item. It's almost like a checklist to make sure you've done all the bits and pieces when it comes to APA. And I need to give you a caveat. I understand APA isn't something you use every day. You may not be familiar with it, and you're definitely not an expert, because I'm not an expert. I still use the tools all the time to figure out what I'm doing when it's something different or an anomaly when it comes to citing work or finding work and needing to cite it. But those tools are out there for you, and that's what you need to remember, is the tools are out there. It is important for the social sciences, and it is expected in this program. So I ask you on at least 3, if not 4 assignments to use APA styling. And if you see somebody else's assignment where maybe something's not quite right and you realize, hey, I think that it's supposed to have this kind of header, or you're supposed to have a proper title and you don't have one, give that peer input to your peers. You want to make them better, and there's nothing wrong with correcting someone in a very constructivist manner. There's nothing negative about it. You're trying to make yourself better and your peers better. So I think that's really great feedback. Also, one of the things I can't stress enough is if you have questions, don't be afraid to post them on the community and tag me in them so I can answer them and everyone else can be learning from those questions. It's really interesting. Usually you have a question, about 9 other people have that same question. If you put it in an email, chances are I'm going to say, hey, post this in the community, and I'll respond. If it's something you're not comfortable with, certainly you can email me. But most of the time, if it's a question about the content, about an assignment, about doing something, or you're unsure, put it in the community, because again, I bet some other people have that same question. So that's what I would challenge you with. And anyway, I wanted to go ahead and welcome you. Let me know if you have any questions. And again, I know that this is a lot of information. It's very overwhelming, but in the first few weeks, you'll get into a pattern and you'll look back and you'll wonder why you're overwhelmed. So anyway, have a great first week. And again, let me know if you have any questions and I welcome you. Have a great week. Talk to you later.